Hello, welcome to Seamlss. Today we're going to do a video to get you started using Seamlss and set up using Seamlss. Today is not a day-to-day video, this is just a how to set up your firm and get started using Seamlss on a trial. So on the home page you can either click on the get started or get started for free button at the top. So let's get started. It is going to ask for your organisation details. I've got a couple here all ready to go, so I'm just going to copy and paste them in, put my name, my country. You can select between Australia, New Zealand and otherwise. Put in my details, so Clayton Wood, and then I've got my email address here, and then I've got a phone number. This will be my phone number as a user and as the firm main subscriber. Make sure that you can try and put that in, because we want to ensure that we've got that information. Just going to put in a password, and we're going to agree to terms and conditions and then register. Now, I've already got a registered address in there, so that's fine. I'm aware of that. I'm going to continue on. Copy, paste, agree. You shouldn't receive this. If you receive this, you should probably contact us to see if you've already got an account. I've already got an account because I'm a demo user, but if you've already got an account, that means that you're already in the system. You should reach out and we can restart your trial. So let's register my account and then we can join Seamlss and start onboarding the easy way. So first we're going to confirm our email. So in my email account here for my firm, here's my link that I've received. So I'm going to confirm that email address, done. And now we're going to log into Seamlss. So firm login, I'm going to start with my email, Control-C, Control-V, email and password. Put that in there, and we want to remember me. Let's go. So now I've got my 14-day trial and I'm ready to get started onboarding and engaging my clients. So first, let's set up a brand. Start at the top of the list. So we've got our business name, we want our contact person, we want our firm email address where people will reply to our requests. So if I'm going to get a response back from a client saying something didn't work or they weren't sure if this was from them, you want your team email in there that someone's going to be able to reply to. It doesn't have to be your email, it can be for the firm wide. I'm going to replace the logo here with my firm logo. Here it is. And then we're going to download and do the other logos the same. So here it is here. Do the same again. Here it is here. Let's put that over there. Done. So now I've got my logos. Now, if you want, you would save the settings. That will update all the logos on your documents. If you want a letterhead logo where it might have your logo and your ABN address, phone number, you can also do that. That will go on top of your engagement letters, and you just switch that box on if you're having that happen. You can also change the colours of the buttons and things. I recommend just selecting on the dropper here and then picking the colour you want. So if you want your buttons as the gold colour, save that there, and now the colours are the golden colour that I wanted. Next, we'll go on and check some of the settings. So I recommend that you do your bank details as required. If you mark that as required, that really helps the team do a verification on a client, because bank details are one of the items you can verify them against the ATO portal. If you're an accounting firm, TFN as required is another good option, because that means that the client will give you the tax file number so you can load them onto the portal. Now with the client agent linking, I recommend selecting your BAS agent or tax agent license, put it in there, and it could be your BAS agent number, and then put in your what they're going to look for on the tax practitioner board search and what will come up. Because when they do the agent linking, they're going to search out your agent number or your tax agent name. Down a bit further, we've got the ITR options. So there is an ITR tool and you can edit them. I'll go into that in more detail. Identity verification, if you only want Stripe or don't want Stripe, you can disable that as well. If you're a bookkeeping firm, you might want to disable TFNs, and that means that TFNs won't show up. If you're an accounting firm, you should definitely leave that off, and then we want to save all the settings. Next, go back to the setup screen. What have we got left? We want to communicate effectively with our clients, so we can edit all of the communication previews. We've already got some templates built into the system. You can edit them to have your firm's branding or the way you talk and communicate, so you can edit that to suit your firm and how you might want that to come across to clients and the instructional way that you want to communicate. Next, notification recipients. So we want to see who's going to get all the notifications. So in my case, it might be that we want the admin team to get all the notifications. So I'm just going to copy that and paste that to each place. But you might have different people doing different request outcomes. So whoever's going to action the onboarding or action the identity check, you want those people receiving the notifications to go and action the outcome. So I'm just going to copy and paste all these in here. You could add a semicolon and add an additional email address if you want someone else to get the notifications as well. In this case, I do recommend when you first set it up, at least have a generic email address and turn them all on so someone does something with it. So I'm going to save that, and that's done. Next, we're going to go back to settings. I recommend you start adding your team. So you can add different users, put their name in, phone number, password. Admin users can see templates and settings and edit things, whereas a staff member can only do add onboarding and engage clients and get data. They can't edit templates and forms and things like that. You can also have partners and restricted user. So a restricted user could be someone where you don't want them to see tax file numbers, and maybe a partner or manager might also want to receive email notifications in addition to that. So add all of your users. Next on the setup list, we've got add yourself as a client. So adding yourself as a client is quite easy. Put your details in here. So it's Clayton Wood, my email address. Put the email address in you logged in with, and put the phone number you logged in with as well. Done. Now we've got the client is valid. You can do an ID check on yourself if you want. I recommend just for adding yourself, do none. You can always add them later. You can also skip the engagement letter, or you can just leave it to test it out. And then we're going to add the client. So that's now added myself. To view this, simply sign out and log back in. And when you log in, you will then be able to see yourself as a client. So now we can see the firm dashboard or the client area. So if we go to the client area, we can log in and we start onboarding ourselves and seeing and actioning different things. All the documents and stuff will be in here. All the requests will be in for clients. Now, if you're in there as a client, you get the button, click on the button to view the dashboard, and you go back to the firm view. If you want to go back to the client view, click on the client view button. Now, lastly, we want to enable 2FA. So we go into, click on that button, and then we can enable 2FA and add an authenticator app. You can also sign in securely with Xero, which makes it really, really easy. Now, if you want some help, you can book in help with us and book in now. If you're a Clarity Street member, you might also book in with them to get some training, updates, and or help guides. So from a settings point of view, the other quick thing you might want to do is add some forms. Adding forms is really easy. Go to the form templates area and preview any form that you might like to add and utilize in your firm. For example, the financial statements end of year questionnaire. You could preview that, and then you can add that to your firm. Once that's added, you can see in the form view that you can view, edit, and duplicate that form in order to use it to send out to clients. Get familiar with the process. Once you've done setting up, Complete that, and then you can view the dashboard on your firm dashboard. You can see the people who have to follow up here is Clayton Wood, and we send him email and SMS reminders. Now, you're basically almost onboarded. The only last thing to do would be to add some integrations, whether you need to connect to XPM, add in FYI or SharePoint. XPM is really easy. Push on the button, allow access. Make sure that you're a firm user that has access to pull in names and emails, and you've got the required access to XPM, because that'll pull through the jobs and things like that. Now, only capitalize the information if you want the capitals in XPM. Otherwise, leave them unticked. If you've only got one tax agent, just leave the tax agent name blank, because then it'll go through a lot easier when you sync to XPM. If you want some further help, click on the help guides at the top right-hand corner here. That's where you'll find more videos and help guides on the Seamlss website, where I'm going to be helping you. Appreciate your time. If you've got any questions, feel free to email us and or continue on with the next video. Thank you.